live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is, you show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox postgame podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Fuck indeed. And I'm going to get to that in a second. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you real quick. The ghost of Todd Fox's studio is alive and well. Because again, I don't touch shit in my own studio. I don't touch anything. I leave it the hell alone. And what happens? It deactivates itself. It misses plugins. Certain things don't load up. And all of a sudden, I'm ready to go. I'm checking everything, and boom! It shits the bed. The monitors wouldn't even go off. So that's on me. I should take the nacho. For some reason, there's some ghost in here pushing buttons, and it's really starting to piss me off. So not a good start to the freaking show. By the way, it's the Todd Fox postgame show hosted by yours truly, Todd Fox, and 714 tickets. 714 tickets. 714 tickets. I went there today to see Alejandro right there and Mr. Ron Holt, and they're giving me some exciting news about ticket purchases that are going to be coming your way, free tickets. And then also the tickets for July 1st that we're going to be giving a special prize to only Heedy fans. So a lot of cool things coming. Also talk to another potential sponsor, so off we go. But you can go today by purchasing today and then going tonight if you want, or today, whatever. Playoffs, whatever. It is what it is. Any team, any concert, whatever. 714 Tickets is the place to go for 10% off of your purchase just by mentioning Heedy, which is Halos in the Infield, abbreviated, and you get 5% back. And look, it's your last chance. We have a bunch of people involved for the raffle for that free ticket. You got a couple days. It ends on Monday. So as soon as Monday comes around, that's your last chance. If you have purchased tickets by using Heedy, you're automatically entered into a free jersey contest. It only has 2 days left, so the next time you purchase tickets, you could win because it's all going to go into a raffle. So with that being said, let's move on to what happened tonight. Milwaukee Brewers hosted the Angels for the first time in 9 years. So the Angels go up there in an unfamiliar spot with only a few players on their roster who have pitched there or who have played there in the past, like your Drury's and stuff like that, or Shella's. So the Angels go into this game with a guy who has been struggling. Let's just say who it is. He's been pitching pretty bad. But he came out there and he threw a good start tonight. Tyler Anderson went 7 innings. Everything seemed to be going good. But the Angels did what they did last year a lot of times. And this is what pisses me off. And now I'm going to get to Phil Nevin. Phil Nevin is really starting to irritate me because of his comments the other day when he said, oh, you know what, I got to rest these pitchers because when we went through that 14-game losing streak last year, the bullpen was blown out. They were tired. Fuck no, they weren't. They were pitching their ass off. The run support wasn't there, and this is a telltale sign of last year's games. And unfortunately, we have a much better talent pool to play with than we did last year. So last year, when you have Squiddy Poo and all those other piece of shit players, your Tyler Wades, then you understand why you can't score runs. But this year it should be different. And I get it. You know, he had one of their best starters out there, and their bullpen is very strong. The Brewers are going to be a tough series. I told you this, guys, before this series. I told you this on the podcast. The Brewers are a tough team. They're 17-9. We went toe-to-toe, but we could not score when we had the opportunities. Good teams score when they need to. Good teams are clutch when they need to. Tonight, Rendon had a chance in the 8th inning because this game just boiled down to the 8th inning. It really did. You had opportunities on both sides to blow the game open. Obviously, Adames hit the home run in the 1st inning. Angels would tie it up in the 4th inning by Urshela. Urshela played his ass off tonight. 3 hits by him tonight. You had 2 hits by Neto. But here's the problem. You had 3 left on base by Wallach. You had Drury leaving. Oh, Drury only went 1 for 4. Rendon went 1 for 4. He left 3 men on base. Ohtani went 1 for 4. He left 2 men on base. Trout went 1 for 4 with a velo of 500 miles per hour, but he still got that hit. He left 3 men on base. And Taylor Ward did an absolutely god-awful 0 for 4, 2 left on base, 216 average. He's dipping. Move him out of the leadoff spot. Move him out of the leadoff spot. Give it to somebody else. Okay, you're all about trends. I don't see it with a fucking lineup. You're doing it with a bullpen. You're being so stupid. So again, here's my rant at the 8th inning. This game came down to the 8th inning. Angels had first and third, 1 out. Rendon up with a bat with a chance to give the Angels the lead. And Renfroe to follow. Rendon gets jammed and hits a soft fly ball, which is not deep enough to score the runner from third. Ward. Okay, fine, 2 outs, but you don't get a big hit from your big RBI guy. Boom. It was happening all night. The big guns could not come through once again. So with all the big guns not coming through, you set it over to the bottom of the 8th. Calm down, Todd, because I'm going to go off. You have 4 right-handed hitters coming up. Now here's Nevin's logic. With 4 righties coming up, you put Loop in there after he got the final out in the 7th inning. You keep him in there to face 4 righties because supposedly righties bat 235 against Aaron Loop. Lefties bat 385. I much rather have gone to proven pitchers such as Austin Warren, such as Wantz, who are righties on righties. Play the fucking percentages. You could say, well, you're wrong. He's 235. How many of you trust Loop this year? What has Loop been doing? He gets ahead of in the count of all these guys, goes 0-2, and then serves one up. So right away, the first 2 guys, granted the first hitter hit it off the ground practically, but after that, another hit, and then another play, and blah, 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 and then they move it, guys in running scoring position, then they get the hit that comes through on Tellez. Tellez comes through with a big hit. And right there, I knew the Angels were in trouble. If they didn't score right there, most likely we're going to lose in the 9th inning or 10th inning. You know, I was thinking either this is going to be in regulation, a walk-off, or we're going to get walked off in extra innings because we all know Phil Nevin. But again, Phil Nevin resting his goats that he can go to. We sent down Herget, who would be perfect in these tie ball games. I mean, that's literally what Herget does. But no, we had to save Suarez for some fucking evil reason. We had to keep him. We can't DFA him. The only guy who had options was Herget. Bye, Herget. So we lose him, who has experience in these 8th inning, 7th inning games when they're tied. You want guys like that. You already blew out Tepera's arm, but all of a sudden none of these guys can pitch six pitches back-to-back nights. Nevin is really starting to piss me off the way he's running this team. Really starting to piss me off. And you can say, well, calm down, man. You're only a game out of first place. Again, these games count. Again, they count. This is a game that we're toe-to-toe with a very good Brewers team. And what if we were actually to sacrifice in one of those other innings when we had runners to score home? Whether it's a bunt, whether it's a freaking... When's the last time you seen a hit and run on this goddamn team? And the Brewers were even more stubborn. You would think with a manager like Craig Counsell who lived his life as a leadoff hitter, who stole bases, sacrificed, bunted, that I was shocked in the bottom of the 8th inning when they got the first 2 runners on. I'm like, all right, they're going to bunt. They're going to be second and third right now. We're going to have to walk the bases loaded, try to get the double play, yada, yada, yada. That's what I thought. And then they were just hacking. I was like, what are they doing? You know, I'm over here criticizing our guy. I'm looking at Nevin like or not Nevin, Counsell. I'm like, you're just a bigger dumbass. Like, you got the first 2 guys on. Bunt those fuckers over. You're tied. You're at home. You have a solid closer. You have something that we don't. Like, I wanted to call Bob Uecker and be like, hey, man, send your guy a message, because if you want to win the game, the Angels are serving it up to you on a silver platter. Take fucking advantage. We do this a lot. But no. They did it the hard way. And credit to them, at least they got it going. And it left us all with
emotional damage.
And then it left us with playing this song.
Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down, mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. How dare you? I love you still.
So there you go right there. And then we had a Theis sighting. We had a Theis sighting. So Theis was in it. So again, I don't know how I felt about that. Theis going up against a fastball pitcher. Maybe he can connect with the one. I'd rather seen him Wallach up there. But no, you had Theis in the dugout, and here's what exactly happened.
I know that, dude.
So right away, that was Theis pointing to the pitcher like, I know that, dude. And then he had this.
Oh, gnarly.
After he struck out the first batter, and, the pitcher was Devin Williams or whatever his name was, got the big strikeout. He's like, gnarly.
Oh, gnarly.
And then right when Nevin's trying to talk to him to get him on the field.
It's a way of looking at that wave and saying, hey, bud, let's party. Where'd you get this jacket?
Yeah, so he was a little bit distracted. And then Theis, and Nevin's trying to, Nevin's not even realizing he's in the freaking batter's box. This is what the conversation was with them. Hey, Theis, I don't remember putting you in the lineup.
I am today. Sorry I'm late. It's just this new schedule's totally confusing.
Yeah, so, Theis was just not having it tonight. He was, he came in there like, dude, that guy throws fast. Really hard, too, man. I don't know if I can hit that. Oh, can I wear the samurai hat in the batter's box? That's so cool. He's like, dude.
I know that, dude.
Exactly. Such a frustrating night tonight. This is a game that you should win, and you pull up a big fat loss. And again, you have most of your rivals right now in the division playing some pretty tough opponents. So right now, this is the time to take advantage because, like I said, you got the Yankees who are zeroed in against. Let's see. We got the Blue Jays zeroing in on the Mariners. You got the Yankees and the Rangers, which the Rangers took game 1 yesterday. And, Houston's taking on the Phillies, Phillies have been hot. So you're thinking maybe you can make up some ground. And, again, with a team that hasn't made the postseason in a long time, forgive me if I'm looking at the standings a little early. And it's because, dude, I just don't want to fall behind 5 games after May because then it starts stressing on you. You're like, damn, dude, we're 5 games back. We got to get, this, and that. You don't want to get into those wild card spots with 6 or 7 other teams and your scoreboard the hell out of watching the rest of the year. You got to go for the division or at least try to stay as close as you can to the top of it, ensuring that you got a good shot at least the top wild card. But right now, you lose games like this is going to come back on you. A note to Perry, if you don't make a change soon, the season and games like this are going to be a for sure. You obviously play to win the game, right, Herm?
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
Exactly, and if you're trying to get to the playoffs, I'm sorry.
Playoffs?
I know.
Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
I'm trying to,
you
though.
Kidding me?
Optimistic.
Blue, you're my boy!
And I need Suarez to come through because he's my boy. Still under all this stuff. I'd rather him get DFA'd because he's not going to get picked up nowhere. Let's bring back Herget. And what's with a move to get freaking our boy in there, what is it called? Silseth, who's been pitching great in the minors, and you're going to turn around and make him a bullpen guy? That makes no sense. Literally, you stretched him out to be a starter. He's pitching really good as a starter. Let's just have him in here for 2 innings. Let's throw him in I'm surprised they didn't go to him. Did you see who they were warming up outside of Loop? Was Jaime. Again, Jaime's not a high-pressure situation guy. He's a spot starter and a reliever when you're up 5 or you're down 5. It's nothing in between. I don't get the obsession with sitting guys that you can pitch. I guarantee you if the Angels had the lead, they wouldn't have gone to Estevez. Even though Estevez opened his mouth and said, you know what, Phil, place me in the game. I want to close, blah, 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 back to back. I'll tell you when I'm ready to come out. Nevin would still say, well, Quejeda's available. He pitched a couple nights ago. You're literally helping the other team out. It's we could throw in a guy who has years of experience in high-pressure situations, but let's go to a guy who's a mid-relief guy. Are you not trying to win? Because that's what it feels like. Are you trying to be fired? That's what it feels like. I don't get it. And the hitting tonight, again, it's a combination of just not being able to get that clutch hit. And I've been ragging on Trout and Ohtani for a while. Ohtani kind of cleaned it up the last night over in Anaheim on Sunday or whatever day that was, or Thursday. But he's not killing it. And, you know, he did that against Oakland. I would have loved to have seen him hit a solo blast tonight. Trout looks lost up there. I mean, he got jammed with a single. He's all smiling like, ha, 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 yeah, baby, I got that. Ooh, a 46-mile-per-hour velo. I squirted that one, that's what she said, into right field. Ooh, powerful hit right there, buddy. You know, it's like, come on, dude. And if you can't get the clutch hit, then fucking set up the rest of the lineup. Both of them. Like, at least with Rendon, I said in the chat, you know, he's been getting on base. But I'm still in a situation where it's like, dude, what is going on with the Angels? Like, what is going on with the Angels? Because they are so inconsistent on a nightly basis. It is super, super frustrating. So let's get to some of these comments here before we get going. Let's see. Infinite91 says, fuck! Josh says 714 tickets. Hayes is saying 714 tickets. Again, drawing for that jersey. James Maloo's checking in with the always important.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Hayes says Loop is a certified walking loss. And you know what? I can't really dispute that right now. I mean, he's got a 5 ERA. He's pitching to contact way too much. So I don't know what's going on there. I want to see if we can get this team, you know, because we're gonna need some pitchers out of the bullpen that's gonna make an opportunity for our starters to get these wins, hold on to games, you know, put some doubt in the other teams. We just don't have those fireballers and stuff. Sean says kind of hard to be mad at this game. It is kind of hard, but then you see the adjustments that if they were just made here and there, it would be okay. Rick says a new Loop would lose it. Loop owns the company of all your podcast equipment. I think so. So it makes perfect sense. Randy says asking for the wrong crowd for support. Hayes says, how do you feel about the Lerner Cities Connects? I actually like them. The black pants, I could have did without those, but I think it makes the dark blue enhance it a little bit. It's anything's better than Texas. Texas looks like straight garbage. Also, let's see. Anderson looked great, Sean said. He did look great, which is surprising. You know, he's pitched a lot better recently. Boy, I'm having all kinds of issues today. I hate my internet. I hate my system, which is like top of the line. It still fucks with me. I'm telling you, I got a ghost in the studio. It's kicking people out. I can see the numbers right now. Phil Nevin most likely isn't even pulling the strings at this point. We don't know. Thank Nevin for Ohtani leaving. Randy says they need to stop putting up velo stats. It's not like how hard you hit the ball matters, right? Only stupid baseball fans look at the velo and when something that matters. No, Randy. No. I'm gonna stand my fucking ground on that one too. Because again, Washington beat us with a bunch of bleeders. You can lose on one night just getting pulverized by balls flying all over the fence, by balls hitting the gap. You can get pulverized by that. Or you can just get dinked and dunked all night. It's all how you hit the ball. It's all how you place it. Don't give me this bullshit about velo. And I don't care if you call me a fake fan or I'm not a real fan or I don't know baseball. Bullshit. Because again, velo never existed. Never, ever, ever, ever existed until the Brainiacs decided to get into baseball and make stats for every goddamn little thing. I bet you they have stats analytically wise on how many hot dogs at the stadium have mustard. Fuck analytics. Analytics has not won you more World Series or titles. Actual gut moves have. Just ask Dave Roberts on how that went with teams that should have overmatched other teams in the World Series by being the Dodgers and them losing because they went with analytics. I'll stay right here. Bruce Bochy freaking coached with his freaking gut. 3 world championships. Enough said. I'm just saying, we can agree to disagree, but I'm tired of getting called out on velocity. It's a made-up bullshit stat. You can choose to follow it. Other fans can choose to follow it. I just don't see the logic in it. To me, it's like if you can't fucking find a hole or a gap, then you can hit the ball 600 miles per hour. It doesn't fucking matter. It's going to get caught. You're hitting it right at someone. Who cares? Change your angle. Swing away. That's been taught since, I don't remember 1920s baseball and Mickey Mantle or whoever was out there, Babe Ruth, and them saying, hey, you know what? Babe Ruth's got a velo of 96 miles. No, nobody cared about that. It's how hard you can hit the ball far, how you can hit the gaps. some people, I mean, Shohei Ohtani's hit the other day, which I think went out the triple, right? He hit that one to the moon. No real velo on that at all. That sucker just hung. But look how far he hit it. Does it matter the velo? No, he just got enough of it to get it to the goddamn wall. So I don't like that stat at all. Not whatsoever. I think in the long run, you got to place the ball where they aren't. I've heard that all the time. Place the ball where they ain't or aren't. Whatever English major teaches you. It's never been about velocity. I played baseball all my life, dude. I've never been told about velocity, bro. The only velocity velo was always how fast can you throw the ball. It never happened with a hitter. It was all about, hey, you got to square up the ball. You know, put the barrel on the ball. It was never, oh man, your velo sucks. You're gonna ride the bench. No, if you got hits, you got hits, dude. That's all there was to it. Sim says 8th inning was pivotal. Ward got on, Trout made an out. Ohtani got on, Ward advanced to third, and then nothing from Rendon and Renfroe. That's been a big problem. Again, it's not just you can square it up and say it's Trout Ohtani, but it's a team thing. So some guys, I mean, in a one-run game, you could put the blame on everybody. If you just get one more hit in those situations, this game's completely different. But no, you left guys on, and you had base runners left on. You had opportunities missed, and that's how it went. Also, Loop is good tonight. Let's be honest. No, I don't think so. If he hadn't been, oh God. Grillmaster, I'm going to ban you just for that joke. That joke has got to stop. I'm in no mood tonight thanks to my computer. I'm in no mood. Sample size is too small this year. It is, but you got to look at what's going to happen. You know, can this team get further, or they're going to continue to trend down and do stupid things? Rick Guzman says losses again. His career loop gets a little lit up by lefties. He does. He had a high average against it. Let's see. Seriously, I was shocked when I saw Loop still pitching in the 8th inning. So was I. Austin Warren is on the IL. Now Cajeda is on the IL. Well, there we go. Bring Herget back. Tapera, laugh out loud, sucks. Let's see. Sorelli says if Nevin was playing splits on Loop because of 14 plate appearance against righties, this would be a fireable offense. Brewmaster says Chris Davinsky is coming up to replace him. Just keep an eye on that up on him all year to the DFA Cajeda. James says Cajeda went on the IL with elbow soreness tonight. Chris, see, I didn't even know that. I came out here, so there it is. Jason says Ohtani is gone by the All-Star break. You lost me on the bunts. Also, Nevin never gave us a chance to win in winnable situations, just saying. So we need to win these types of games. Also, small ball wins games. Tapera is about to come back up, so that's good. Guess what? I'm sick, and I'm not feeling good tonight before the weekend, and it sucks, and yeah. Also, XNC says we won games that we should win, never the games that we could be winning. Let's see. David says, I agree with Matt. Loop pitched well. Not his fault. Drury is slow on the double play. The last two hits were on pitches Langston called perfectly placed. Not a Loop fan, but he was good enough. That's fine, but I just look at it this way. If you put yourself in a situation to lose by a run, and, you know, you're tied in a tie ball game, you know, that's on you. And this has been on the Angels, not able to squeeze across those runs when they really desperately need it. Our leadoff and cleanup batters suck. Why doesn't Nevin move them out of there? I don't know. That should be. DeGrom left the game with shoulder tightness. Boy, that's an ongoing issue right there. Let's see. Also, XNC says, I know that's already a sure loss. We're going to lose with 2 outs in the 9th inning, but you pinch hit Matt Thaiss. Exactly. I don't like that either. Robert says, I went size 8, Todd, just saying. Also, Japan broadcast had a young pop singer, and even she said Nevin should challenge that should not challenge in the 8th inning. Yeah, she knew. Let's see. Randy said, and the regular way had won us multiple championships. Look, it won us the one. It won us the one because I don't remember any velo in 2002. I just remember a hell of a lot of good hits, a lot of good bunts, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of hitting the other way. Also, you pick and choose what stats to accept because you have no problem accepting WAR and OPS and blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of those, like the WAR is pretty much new, and it can be used because it engulfs everything. And it's a valuable stat to some of these stat geeks. I'll just say that straight up. The on-base percentage is usually, or OPS too, are usually good stats to tell if a player's on the rise or not. So you need stats like that. Velo is not needed. Velo is just not needed. If you're finding the holes, you're finding the gaps, you're doing it either way. It doesn't matter. So also, Trotter here says, Drury, Otani, Trout, Renfroe, Urshela, Ward, Rendon, Neto, Renifo. So he likes Renifo in the lineup. I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but the screen is like, it's fucking up and it's kicking people out. The numbers are dropping. The internet is being really special today. I mean, extremely special. Finally, a good Anderson start. Looking for him to be getting some good innings or enter not an all-star caliber starter per se. Yeah, because I can't see nothing on my video. It's not allowing me to. So it's pretty stupid right now. Yeah, I've had just multiple issues with this thing today. It's just. And then couple of the fact that I am not feeling good on top of it, it's like, bro, could this day get any worse? So if I'm snappy today, that's why. Let's see, this is somehow Renifo's fault. See, that made me laugh right there. That's funny. I mean, that guy cannot do any right in Angels fans' eyes, dude. And this is what the Angels need to do, like, consistently as far as hitters.
Hey, Kit! Lay off of those high ones.
I like the high one.
Mule!
Nah.
Yeah, we're a bunch of stubborn players tonight. We're not laying off the high ones. And that's the problem. So, yeah, it just today it leaves a bad taste in your mouth because again, this is a fine team. I mean, this is a really, really good Brewers team. Now, they don't have the greatest batting averages and stuff like that, but they usually do the little stuff to win. They've got the tight pitching, the really good bullpen, and to see a team that really doesn't have much structure to it. Let's be honest. An offense, a hitting lineup that is very, very fickle on certain nights. Some nights they come to play, some nights they don't. And tonight, they put up all the hits they probably could in a 9-inning game with only scoring one run. That's pretty pathetic. And there's ways that, like, for me, I've always liked a coach or manager or someone in there that would say, you know what, dude, it's getting late. Let's change our approach. After the 5th or 6th inning, second or third time facing a starting pitcher, let's change something up. Let's give him a different look at the plate. Let's not play into his hands. He's settled into a rhythm. Let's do something different. The Angels don't do that. And when they did last year at certain points, because there were certain games we would watch, and I've watched every game over the last 3.5, 5 years. Like I've been religiously watching every game, and I could tell when a team starts to adjust to a starting pitcher. I could tell also when they're just falling in line and going up there like they're in line and just going up and doing the same stupid approach every single time over and over. So if the Angels can do that in certain games, if Thames gives the okay to change things up, if some nights I see them glued to their goddamn tablets, and then sometimes you see them sitting on the freaking tablet and not doing a damn thing and chatting about where they're going to go afterwards. Those are the nights that pisses me off because those are the nights you can adjust and you can actually do something in the box. And I want to see the bullpen do that little, arm over thing, where the guys hit home runs or get big hits. And we're not seeing that enough. And again, this one is one of those ones that got away. We're going to remember those two with Toronto. We're going to remember these other games of the Yankees and Red Sox later on. I'm telling you. I don't want to hear no bitching and complaining when we miss the playoffs by 4 or 5 games. Because then I'll just pull up a thing on my screen and show it to you and be like, here's where we fucking lost. Here's where we lost. Right here. If you clean the shit up in the first month of the season, if you actually get off to a decent start and you start trending the right way in a month where even the good teams on your schedule were having a ton of injury problems, you couldn't take advantage of it. And then we're going to go into May, and I've heard some people say, hey, we'll be lucky if we get 500 in May. Do we really want that? But it could be heading that way. And that's the problem I have. You know, we really, really got to come through in the month of May because we got to make up for April. Now, there's a chance tomorrow, if we lose, man, I mean, look, the first is what, Monday? We got to win 1 out of 2 to stay above 500. I think it's such a loss if this team finishes under 500 before May. And you could say, man, it's not that bad. They're only a game out. But, dude, how many months have we seen, or how many years have we seen this since they haven't made the postseason? That we're just not getting above 500. We're not building towards something. And then you could have said, well, last year, you know, that was the anomaly. You know, they got to a 27-17 start, and then they lost 14 straight. Well, the season wasn't over when they were 27-31. They just kept smoking that Madden weed, and nothing changed. So they kept on losing, but they had a bad hitting and everything. Again, this is a different squad. They could get to that record. But damn, May looks really tough, dude. Really tough. I guess we'll take a call. It's the Halo Honk line.
Yeah, what's up, Todd? This is David Nazar. I'm pre-fresh baseman who makes our pitching staff better. We have defensive second basemen who hurt us. We saw it with Rengifo last night. We saw it on the attempted double play with Drury tonight. You know, I agree with you on a lot of things you're saying, but I'm going to call you out on one thing. I'm not an Aaron Loop fan, but this one's not on Aaron Loop. It's really not. He came in the 7th inning. He got the out. That's really what his job was, to get that out. To go. Once we got into the 8th, it's not his fault that with 1 out in the 8th inning, we got Ward on 3rd and Otani on 1st. We got Rendon and Renfroe coming up to the plate. Mm-hmm. Rendon hits that weak fly ball there. Now, I don't know. If we send Ward, he's probably out. But this just has a lot of shades of that loss to the Blue Jays when we didn't send Phillips home when he was on 3rd.
Yeah, he was already crossing 2nd when that ball got in down to the I think it was a corner, right?
They're not going to do it. They haven't done it all year. There's way too many runners left on base, and tonight was just another example. We're going to have to press things.
We'll see, we're going back in and out. Sorry about that, Dave. If you're still there. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, sorry about that.
I'm waiting for your reply.
Oh, I mean this, though. Do you think things are different if they go to a righty on righty in that situation in the 8th inning?
Well, we'll never know. We'll never know. But we know this. With Luke in there, he gave up 1 run. So our pitching staff today combined gave up 2 runs in the 8 innings. When all we need is 3 with this lineup, with the number of runners we had on base, it's the offense that didn't come through.
Yep. I hear you, man.
Plain and simple. And, you know, here's the thing with these relievers like Luke. And we saw it with Wentz the other night. They could come in and they could do their job, but if you ask them to come back into the following inning, the subsequent inning, that's when they don't have it. It's a different mentality. Get them. If he gets through the inning you called him in, take him out, put someone else in there. That's what Nevin needs to do. Our bullpen's lacking in depth here, but we've seen it where we're trying to stretch these guys out and trying to get 4 outs from a single pitcher that can maybe get you 2 or 3 at max.
Oh, it's a great call, Dave. Like the only other guy I would have trusted to go multiple innings if we had to bring him in for 5 outs or something, 4 outs, would be Iglesias, and he's not here no more.
Yeah. The only pitcher I think who can go 3+ outs right now is Matt Moore, and I don't even like to use him for that. I think he's solid at 3. But a lot of these guys, and Loop's one of them, he's a 1 or 2 out guy. Yeah. He's not a guy that you can count for more than that. And if he gets you that 1 out and the inning's over, pull him out because he can't do it after that.
I agree. Good call, David. And since the signal's right, what were you going to ask me? Because I missed that. It was out.
I was talking about the base running, being more aggressive. You know, the 8th inning, with Ward on third, and Rendon hits the weak fly ball. Should he have gone home? Should he have been sent home? It reminded me of Phillips against the Blue Jays earlier in the month when he was on third. And I think it was either 8th or 9th inning. We didn't send him home, thinking that the next batter would knock him in. It's not happening. All year it's not happening. So we got to force things and be more aggressive on the bases, make the defense play catch, make them throw a perfect throw, and create our own luck. I think we need to be more aggressive there. What do you think?
I actually think you're right. With a team that's struggling right now, I mean, you got to try to mix it up. And, yeah, I mean, you never know. Those throws aren't exactly always pinpoint. I mean, we've seen him sometimes where they throw and it's like, well, it's a good thing they didn't run home there. He would have been out by a mile. But we've also seen him throw home, and it's like, damn, that one got past the catcher. The pitcher had to back him up. He would have scored. So, yeah, I mean, in a one-run game like that on the road, I think you take the chance.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hopefully we'll do better tomorrow.
I got you. Good call, Dave.
All right, Todd. Peace out.
All right, have a good one. All right, that was Dave from up north. Also, what do you think about this team does after a loss? Do they talk about it, or do they just go back to their hotel room and say, hey, it's hard to tell because we don't have too many leaders on this team. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, Todd. I feel like shit tonight. I've been out of it all day, and I just got some food, but I don't feel good the start of my weekend.
That's not good, man. I wasn't feeling good myself.
Yeah.
I'm so wasted.
Yeah, but this is like, I coughed up some shit today, and it was like yellow, and I'm like, fuck, am I getting sick again? And I've just been like laying on the couch and like sleeping in. I took some medicine, but like, yeah, I feel like shit.
Wow. You got gas right now?
Yeah, I got a lot of gas.
I bet. It just sucks, man. I mean, when you're sick, it's like you don't want anyone to bother you or anything, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah. Well, I got some food tonight because I won Chick-fil-A, so I got some Chick-fil-A, and now I'm just eating it and just resting up for tomorrow. Hopefully I'm better tomorrow because I really want to go to the beach because it's supposed to be 80 degrees out, and I want to go see all my friends.
There'll be plenty of time to go to the beach. Just don't spread the COVID and stay inside.
I don't think I have COVID. I think this is a normal sickness.
Well, even if you had it, I don't think it would kill anybody. So you'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I can still taste, and I'm drinking milkshakes, so I can still taste the Oreos and stuff in the milkshake. So I don't think it's COVID related.
Okay. Well.
But I hear it in my voice. We're going streaking through the quad, and yeah. So, but I'm watching a baseball game right now, and man, I really wish we won today. But we still got two. We can still take 2 or 3 from the Brewers this weekend, and yeah, hopefully we win tomorrow night when I'm watching, and hopefully I'm better tomorrow. And yeah, so go Angels, and hopefully I get better tomorrow.
You got it. All right, man. Hope you feel better.
Yep. Later.
All right. That was Big Hammer. Hopefully he gets better right there. Let's see. Yeah, I could put Renifo, but damn, that was quick. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, what's up, Todd?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. It's kind of upset we lost tonight, but kind of, what do you expect with Luke?
I don't know, man. Again, it's very frustrating when you're putting up more hits than the opponent and you lose by 1. So, I'm hoping that the Angels can get some sort of consistency going. I just don't like this lineup right now. I'm starting not to like Ward at that number 1. If he's failing, try Urshela up there, try Neto up there, try something else, man. They just got to get going.
And I think we should pull Hurry back up and just like DFA Lou for someone, because Hurry gets shown he can get the job done. Well, people like Lou, they aren't doing anything. They're not good.
Yeah. It's just frustrating, man, because you have a lot of opportunities, and again, some of these games we might not have these opportunities in the month of May. You know what I mean? You got to take advantage of these games. If you want to make the postseason, good teams win these games.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, there's so many pitchers we could bring up and get rid of the pitchers that haven't proved themselves here on the show yet, and we could actually have good pitchers in the bullpen.
Well, I mean, you're taking risk on young guys. I think what it is you needed to go in the offseason and make some deals with all the depth we had, trade the Adeles and players like that to get a couple veterans in here, and they didn't do that. So I think if you want to put anything on Perry right now, that'd be the thing, because he knew there was a set closer that we needed, and we didn't pick one up. We watched him get, go in free agency, one right after another. So
Yeah.
So
like the bullpen, there are so many players we could have gotten, or we should try and get, Aroldis Chapman, but we just aren't going for them because we're trying to take a chance on these new guys.
Well, problem is when the season starts like this, you got to wait a while. You can't just pull guys and pull trades right now. It's going to take a while. So, but anyway, all right, Landon, I'm gonna get going. I only got a few more minutes here because of all the issues I've had.
Strained my muscle on Wednesday.
Yeah,
so I'm not a.
Got you. All right, bro. Say hi to your grandpa for me.
Yep. See you in the next episode.
You got it. All right, later. That's Landon right there checking in. Let's see. Also, Pew. I thought it was going to be, who, as far as a call. Sim says Madden said that Perry was managing the bullpen usage last year. Bet you he's still managing the bullpen usage this year. Loop's being paid, so he's going to pitch. Man, I hope that's not the case, man. I really hope that's not the case. Infinite One says, caller, you know what I mean? Todd, yeah, I hear you. Internet, no, you don't. That's about what it came down to. I appreciate everyone that hung on tonight. Again, another short show because I got to fix this issue. We got all kinds of issues up here with the postgame show, and I've got to rewire some wires. So, yeah, a lot of this system doing the good old to me, and it's just all over the bed when it comes down to it. So, if I could blame somebody, I would, but there's just no one to blame. I mean, it's like I said, it's a ghost. It's a freaking ghost. So, again, the Angels will be back at it tomorrow for a mid-afternoon game, and then we got a day game on Sunday, so be sure to catch that before we head to St. Louis. Angels, come on, you got to win at least one here. I was calling 2 out of 3. I had the Rally Chris special. So, Lakers fans saying Todd and Randy get a room. I don't know. I don't know if he can handle me. Lakers fans saying go Lakers. I disagree with.
No!
I can't stand LeBum, dude. Until he leaves, I can't stand that because I think when he flops around, I want to tell him,
"You play ball like a girl."
Because he's a queen of flopping. I mean, again, no offense to women, but he's a queen of flopping. So it is what it is. Let's go Angels tomorrow. We'll be back on here hopefully when I fix the issue on this. And everyone have a good night.